Hi, I'm Jeff, the Thrifty Overlander. In this video, we're going to go on an adventure, so come along. So this video is going to cover a pretty fun day trip we did a while back. It's kind of out in the mountains and desert east of San Diego. And we started by catching what's labeled on Google Maps as the California Riding and Hiking Trail. Kind of everybody knows it as the road, it's the Oriflamme Canyon. We start at the bottom of Banner Grade and basically traverse along the mountains for a while there, and then head further east to Oriflamme. This trail's a pretty easy trail, but it's kind of fun. It gets you into some shelf roads, and there's some mountains and desert and everything. So it's a good road. I highly recommend it. From the bottom of Banner Grade to S2, where we came out at, is a little less than 10 miles. Along the way there was some mud puddles, and as usual we couldn't resist playing. From the Oriflamme Canyon area we came out and we got on S2 and headed south. We didn't bother to air up. We hadn't aired down a whole lot because that last trail wasn't that rugged, so we just went a little bit slower. From there we went south to Velocito Creek Road and headed in towards the mud caves. The mud caves are always fun, especially on a hot day. It's nice to get in the nice shady parts of the caves. We've all been there before. We didn't spend a whole lot of time there, but we did, play around in some of them. And while we were there, it was kind of interesting because a whole group came through, so it was kind of interesting to see all the different vehicles that was in this group as they drove by. There certainly is a lot of variety. After the mud caves, we continued to head north up that wash and made it to the crossover that gets you to the Diablo road that goes to the Diablo Drop-off. I always feel obligated to do some filming coming down the drop-off at Diablo Drop-off. It's not necessarily that type of a off-road obstacle or anything. You do get a little bit of this off-camber and a lot of flexing and stuff like that goes on, a lot of tires in the air, but pretty much anything could go down it because you got gravity on your side. From Diablo Drop-off we got into Fish Creek Wash, and from there Kurt was doing some driving and didn't really realize my clearance versus his, and got us on a rock while I was doing some filming, so it's always kind of interesting getting out of that, but we did need a tug on this case.
Yeah.
From Fish Creek Wash we then headed up Sandstone Canyon. It's always a fun one to go up to. It's nice to drive amongst those sheer wall canyons. Some of the spots are a little narrow. It's always kind of fun. Not sure, but it looks like there's just enough room maybe for a full size through here. There's a point along the way that kind of has a big gatekeeper to continue to go further. It looks pretty tricky. Most of us aren't willing to try it. Dave had the initiative to get up and go through it and come back, so there was a lot of
You got rock sliders?
a lot of help that you needed because it is kind of tricky. It's off cambered, uphill, tight turns with rocks in the middle of it all.
Come my way. Crank it. Crank it. We'll go up and over. Just guide him for the best possible video. It's gonna be his front bumper. Watch that fender. Not that fender, the other one. Straighten out. He is.
And of course, this is some more of the scenes from the Sandstone Canyon. Like I say, it's really nice with the sheer walls. Some of it gets fairly narrow. It's a fun little canyon to drive up. This day trip was on Martin Luther King weekend in January. We go out every year and meet up with a bunch of friends for a big camp out that occurs. And every year, typically, there's a 16-foot tall chimney that is made out of just some plywood and some 2x4s to hold together, whatever. And then you just put coals underneath it in the bottom, and then it'll just slowly over time create a venturi, sucking the heat from those coals up and slowly ignites this chimney until it burns down. It makes quite a flame, and it's a kind of fun thing just to hang out and watch. Apparently dogs don't get along with dinosaurs. In this case, this dog was really going at it. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that like button and subscribe. We'll see you on the trail.